On the sixth day of Christmas, my magic pack gave to me. Zergo Burr. Ooh wee. 3 mana, 1/4 flyer. Enchantment creatures have Death Touch, Lifelink, and Hexproof. And then target non-aura enchantment you control becomes a creature in addition to the other types. Base power and toughness, each equal to its mana value. So yeah, so you know that leyline binding. I'm gonna see that again. Alright, welcome. This is Told. Day 6. This is the deck that we're gonna go with for today. We got Zur in the pack, and it's a 1 white, 1 blue, 1 black, flying 1/3, legendary creature, and all my enchantment creatures you control have Death Touch, Lifelink, and Hexproof. And then for 1 and 1 white, you can turn a non-aura enchantment you control into a creature with its base power toughness equal to its mana value. So we went with a bunch of Sagas that when they flip, they turn into creatures. Have a Spirited Companion, which is an enchantment creature. Modern Age, draw a card, discard, makes a 2/3 flyer. Reign of Truth, the first 2, you get +1/+1 to a target creature for each artifact and enchantment you control, since we're playing so many enchantments. And then when it transforms, it gets +1/+1 for each enchantment. So we can also use that ability to give it another +2. Modern Age, and Life of Toshiaro is a 1 and 1 black. And you could pump, +2/+2 to one creature, -1/-1 to a creature, or you gain 2 life for the first 2, and then it turns into a 2/3 creature. Won't really be using the ability to, turn it into a 2/2, but it will gain Death Touch, Lifelink, and Hexproof. Went with 2 Love Song of Day and Night. 2 mana, 1 white. So first one, you and opponent draw 2 cards, which could be a negative, could be a positive, I don't know. I think this card really doesn't get any play, so I wanted to, since I'm doing all the Sagas, I wanted to put it in there. Number 2, you get a 1/1 bird, and then number 3, you put 2 +1, or a 1/+1/+1 counter on up to 2 creatures. So you don't really get to transform it, because if you did, it's going to die, I believe. So that's not that great. But moving on, we got the Long Reach of the Night, 3 mana, 1 black, and the first 2 is opponent sacrifice a creature unless they discard a card. And so if they have no creatures in play, they don't have to discard. But if they do have a creature, they have to either discard or sack the creature, and then it becomes a 0/4 creature, and it gets +X/+0, where X is the number of creature cards in defending player's graveyard. Also has menace, and we can use the ability on this to make it a 4/4, and then it'll get the +X/+0 on it. And of course we have Leyline Binding, which is a 6/6 creature when you turn it into a thing. We have the Virtue of Persistence, which would be a 7/7 creature when we turn it into a thing. And we have the 2 of the Sky Blessed Samurais. It's a 7 mana creature, enchantment creature, so it does get the Death Touch, Lifelink, Hexproof as a 4/4 flyer, but it also costs 1 less to cast for each enchantment you control, so hopefully we can get this out for 1, or, definitely cheaper. And then we could also use the ability to make it a 7/7 flyer, with Zur. And yeah, so that's pretty good. And then we went with 2 Behold the Unspeakables. So creatures you don't control get -2/-0 until your next turn, so you can prevent them from attacking you possibly. And then if you have fewer than 1 or fewer cards in your hand, you draw 4, otherwise you scry 2 and draw 2. So that's pretty good. And then it turns into a 0/0 creature that gets +1/+1 for each card in your hand, and a flying trample. So that's pretty good. So we could use the ability to make it a 5/5, and then it'll get an additional +1/+1 for each card in our hand. And it has flying, so hopefully we'll be able to squeak by with that. And then I went with the Glyph Bridge for the removal spell. so it destroys creatures. You pick one of your creatures, one of their creatures of power 2 or less. So if they have no creatures that are power 2 or less, you destroy all of their creatures. But I went with that. So if we do have Zur out on the board, we could pick Zur, keep it alive, and maybe we have some Sagas that are in progress that haven't transformed yet. So we could wipe the board, and then those Sagas may transform, and then we can get some board presence. Went with the Hollow Haunting. I only have one of these. I didn't want to craft another one. But you know, it's 2 mana, 2 white, and as long as you have 7 or more enchantments, creatures you control get flying and vigilance. So not only will they have death, touch, lifelinks, and hexproof, they'll also have flying if you have 7 or more. And then whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you create a spirit token, which is equal to power and toughness equal to the number of spirits you control. So it's a possibility, you know, you get that out, and pretty much everything we have, most of the cards are enchantments. So we'll start making a nice wide board of spirits that could possibly swing in. I went with 2 Radiant Dawn, Heliode, 2 mana, 2 white. It's a 4/4 legendary god creature, and when it enters the battlefield, you can return an enchantment that isn't a god from your graveyard to your hand. So you can't get himself back if you have, you know, multiple copies, but you can get another enchantment back, and then we can transform it, and your spells, you know, it becomes a 4/6. And your spell, you can cast spells as though they had flash, and they cost 1 less for each card your opponent's, you know, drawn. So, you know, during their turn, you can get a discount probably of 1 card or 1 mana value less, you know, and we can cast our spells on their turn. I went with 1 Neva, Stalked by Nightmare, or 2 of them actually. 2 mana, 1 white, 1 black, 2/2 with Menace. So it's a little bit pricey for the power that it has. But when it comes into the battlefield, we can get an enchantment or a creature from our graveyard into our hand. So that's a way to get the god back, or we can get Zur back, or we can get any of our enchantment spells that have been killed or whatever back into our hand. And then whenever an enchantment you control is put into the graveyard, you put a +1/+1 counter on Nevia, and you scry 1. So hopefully, I don't know, I've never played this card before, so hopefully we'll see how she does in the deck. And then we got Void Rend for removal, so we can draw, you know, destroy a permanent, can't be countered. Since we're doing, you know, black, white, and blue, I went with the 2 of the charms, so this can return a multicolored permanent with mana value 3 or less. So we can get back Zur back from the graveyard, or Nivea, or we can counter an instant or sorcery spell, or we can destroy a creature or planeswalker with mana value 3 or less. So Liliana comes to mind, or some other smaller creature. And went with 1 Eerie Interference to prevent all damage that will be dealt to me by creatures, and creatures you control won't get any damage for the turn when you cast this. So you could swing in with your enchantments, and they might have some really good blockers. And since you guys have Death Touch, you know, you're going to kill all their blockers, save all your people, and, you know, it also works on defense in the same manner, so that we can keep those guys alive. I went with 2 Experimental Auguries, a 1 mana, 1 blue, so you can look at the top 3 cards, put one of them in your hand, you know, the bottom, rest on the bottom of your library in any order. But the main part of this is the proliferate, so hopefully, you know, we'll have some Sagas in play. We can proliferate them, transform them quicker to get more creatures on the board, so that way we can attack with them with Zur. And then I went 2 Slip Out the Backs to try to keep Zur on the board. So yeah, that's the deck. I got 2 Promising Veins to help with the mana value. You could sack it, search your library for a basic land card, and then shuffle. And it also comes out untapped with the colorless mana, so, you know, we don't have to sack it immediately. We can, you know, get value out of that. And that's the deck, so let's play some games and see how we do. Oh, 2 mana, not looking good. We'll keep it. Avoid Rend. Got all 3 colors, so that's good. Doesn't help the Leyline Binding. To get cheaper, we really need that tri-land, so the most it'll be is a 3 mana, or the least it'll be is a 3 mana cost. We'll Experimental Augury on their turn, I think. Try to draw another land. We can If they're playing angels, we're going to want to save that. We can cast that. Not really good, it's just going to be a 1-1, but hopefully if we keep drawing lands. Nivea as the first creature isn't that great. Maybe I should have kept up the counter spell, I don't know. Looking for more lands. Should have attacked first with that guy, but I'll take it. Like this option, if they remove it, I can block with it and bring it back. So they're kind of slow, which is good for us. We got 2 removals for low casting cost creatures. The companion being out there does help. Paragon allows them to get back that next turn, so we're probably going to have to take out the Paragon our turn. With the Void Rend. So we don't want that out there. I don't mind attacking here. Having 2 charms, I might be interested in can't get that Nivea with that. I'm at about a 3. Well, this is only to get back Zur, or counterspell, or destroy a creature. That is bad. Leyline Binding on that one, probably. That helps out a lot. I think we swing in. Pump up my guy. Take out their Virtue. We're at 13. Do have to be aware of that. Still looking for Zur, but as we build the board, it's good. It's great. That's a great for us. I'll attack in. He has Menace, so they could have another Saw Blade. 1/2, only +2. Not quite enough. That's an artifact, not a sorcery or an instant. For removal, we're gonna have to Obscura Charm the Overseer, I think. And we could double cast, so that'll be good. So maybe take out that blocker. I could have another one of those. We could Reign of Truth on the Spirited Companion. I'm gonna take out my Leyline Binding. Oh, they take out the other creature. Interesting. We give ourselves 1 turn to Obscura Charm. Reign of Truth. we'll draw 2 and scry 1. That's a problem. They can get rid of our enchantment. Nothing we can do about that. Cool. Give us the card draw, which maybe means they have something else. They will transform this, so that's bad. But we really need to get the damage in. We will be able to kill Flyer, and it'll be exiled then if they bring it back next turn. Yeah, they did have a second one, I knew it. So maybe Farewell should be the one that we go with, but we can't really get rid of enchantments. He'll gain 2 life from the exile. We're at 7. Not looking good. We can, I think, cast Zer, hopefully. Let's start with Zer. You might just say go. We got the Leyline Binding on deck as well, so we can do them both. This is going to be a big turn for us. They don't have any removal. We can use Obscura Charm to get back to Zer if they kill it. Virtue would have been really devastating with the realm. Could have another realm. It's flying hexproof, so they have to deal with Zer. It has Trample, the Reign of Truth. Leyline Binding will also have Indestructibility hexproof. Could be good.
Surrender now, and we all leave with our lives. Make room.
Oh. wasn't paying attention. They could have a Wandering Emperor, which would be really bad. Lots of thinking.
We'll regroup elsewhere.
Yeah, if they have an Emperor, it's bad. If they don't have an Emperor, that'll be the last time Zerg taps on my account. I had to take that guy out. They do have blockers on the ground that they can get back and get back more lands. They really want to kill the Leyline Binding. Hopefully if they have the Saw Blade, oh they can't use the Saw Blade on my guy. They have the Saw Blade Zerg right now. It's a tough game. That's pretty good. 14 damage. They get 2 battles on the board. Maybe I lied. Maybe Zerg will be attacking him again. Don't have enough. I will get a lot of life back. It's going to be really close if they don't have any spells to deal with Xur. Oh yeah, I did need that mana. Now I need that mana. That sucks. I needed that mana. I should have saved it. should have counted. Is it enough? 1, 2, 3. And 1 mana short, right? And misplayed. I should have kept that virtue in my hand. I didn't check the mana. I could bring him back to life gain, but 6, 7, 8 puts me to 20. I have 2 blockers. I think that's what I have to do, maybe? And that 1. Virtue destroyed me. So they're not going for the kill? Eight, 9, 10, 11. Even with my blunder, I think I still got it. They messed up. I think, unless...
We will win the day.
Oh, they can put Zur back in my hand. That was the wrong move. Wow, another mistake. Wow! That's amazing. That just makes a creature, right? Wow. Oh. No! No! What are you doing? Alright, just stop doing things. 1, 2, 3. Let's stop doing things. Jesus. What are you doing? Oh my god.
That's our next move.
Multicolored permanent. One hit point. One hit point. Wow.
I'll help any way I can.
Flying somehow.
My blade has no equal.
What? What are you doing? You really want to lose this game? Are you trying to lose? I don't know what's going on. Okay. You did everything you could to lose this game. What? Wow. Looking for an untapped land. Domain, maybe? Or Bant? Is that Bant? Do I want to trade is the question. Or do I want to keep my guy on the board? I think it's a good trade. Will it be a trade? Kent Emperor. That's a leyline binding target. I don't know if I should have did it on my turn. Probably should have did it on my turn. Wouldn't make any difference. Have to poison that guy. Three, four, five, two more for the virtue. We can behold the unspeakable next turn. Draw some cards. I think we get that going. It becomes a trampler. One or fewer? I'm not gonna have one or fewer. So whenever he casts a creature, he's gonna make more creatures. Yeah, that's bad. Four for flyer's pretty good. They're gonna get really wide on us. Doesn't have vigilance though. Not yet. Looking for Zur. 3, 4, 5, 6. One more land for the virtue. That is a land. Got a blocker. Keep up my protection. Azur comes out next turn, we could start attacking it perhaps. That's a really good one. I mean, it makes it worse, but or keep up a Ganjo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we keep up a Ganjo. Do they have vigilance? Oh. I think we have to be defensive, man. Well, that sucks. I mean, I'll take that all day. think we're fine. That's dangerous. I don't know what wins it here. I mean, if we do the virtue... Three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Man, looking good. Just can't screw it up. Need to get rid of those intrepid adversaries. I think we'll take them. The board's getting so tiny. Oh, I should have played this land. You have one or fewer. Oops. Yeah, I wish I had the mana up. My bad. I can get it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13. Not enough. Choose a legendary permanent to keep. Keep this one. This one. It's fine. Maybe I should be more aggressive and tech with other stuff, but it's fine. Did I play a land this turn? I think I did. Damn it. He has 2 flyers. I think he's gonna swing. Maybe I should have swung last turn. That was my mistake. Don't swing, I don't want to figure it out. Go ahead, first strike. Nobody has first strike. Again with the mana screw. Damn, man, no. Now I have to figure this out. Oh my god, this is not gonna work. game? I don't know. I have no idea. Do I live? I don't know. Was I supposed to keep someone not blocked? I didn't think so. Oh, we went back up to 21. I don't know. Oh man, I think I should have attacked that last turn. I messed up. I missed my attack. The flyers. Too passive. Oh man. Too many people on the board. I don't know what to say. 2 games. That's all you're seeing. I'll let him attack. He deserves it. I messed up. I think I had the attackers on him. Like Intrepid Adversary for massive. Yeah. I messed up. Messed up. I think the Defiler was the thing that did it. I didn't find any board wipe or anything. Right? I scribed like a bunch of cards. Right? Lots of things to the bottom. I wish I had First Strike or something. I don't know. I wish I had that spell. If I had that prevent damage spell. Nice. The mana base is too jank. I think. We need to get rid of that, I think. Oh yeah. That's a card draw or the plussing? Plussing? Yeah. That does bring... I guess we'll get rid of this. I hate discarding cards. He's at 2 mana as well. That makes the choice easy. I don't know what happens when you do it. Oh, Exile Saga and return, so it's not worth it doing it ahead of time. Triple Tough Cookie. Get the dog back. Not talking to you. We'll hold up the Void Rend, and we'll keep that up. Well, he's at 6. Let's do this first. I kick myself if that was lethal and I didn't send everyone. That's nice.
Let's draw cards, man. Let's make it interesting. I think so. I mean, you could board light. I got a lot of stuff to bring back. Oh, I guess making sure you had that up would have been good. Alright, good game.
Alright, that was the deck. I went 2 and 5. To be honest, not that great. Maybe I needed more board wipes or removal spells or something. Sometime, you know, it's hit or miss. You're either sink or swim with this deck, and it's a little bit slow. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Tried out Zer. Maybe Sagas is not the way to go. Maybe just go like auras, enchantments, and just get more enchantments out, and then go more samurais, something like that. You know, more leyline, more samurais, more virtues. You know, stay, you know, control the game early on. But this has been told. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, and we'll see you tomorrow.